just solving a linear
Find
equation.
it.
Like, if I have, what's the goal?
You're
here?
trying to find out what
reverse
times
engineer
5 plus 2
Solve for
equals
x. By
7.
how?
You reverse
Getting rid of-
alone,
getting rid of the
x
other.
alone. Getting by itself. Getting x alone. That's our goal, right? Is to get this alone. This is a linear equation, basic equation. That's how you solve those. Anything beyond that, if it's x squared, x to the third, x to the fourth, any other kind of equation, if there's multiple terms of x, if there's like an x squared plus 5x plus, or let's see,
Oh, that means that there's two different values for.
yes, equals 6. So if you have two different kinds of x's, so you've got an x squared and an x to the first, you can't isolate it anymore. That's not an option. So if you're solving algebraically, all right, you have to make the whole equation equal to 0. That's our first step, and then you can factor. You can also use graphing sometimes, looking for x-intercepts, remember? But for x squared, x cubed, x to the fourth, all those, you can start by making it equal to 0 and then factoring. And I'm going to teach you how to factor things that are a little bigger than x squared too. Okay. We'll start with the easy one. This is the first step. Okay, so if it's possible,
This is on video.
what? Sorry, I got these wrong. This is 4. And this is 5.
Anna like,
Finding a common monomial factor, meaning if there's something that all these have in common and I can factor it out first, like a greatest common factor, kind of. Sometimes we can do that first and then it's easy to factor. We're just going to start with factoring. We're not solving the equations yet. We're just going to see how there's no equal sign.
We're not doing that yet.
Yeah, we're not doing that yet. We're just working with, so this is an expression. An expression doesn't have an equal sign. An equation, equation has an equal sign. So we're just going to work on the factoring part right now. All right, so what is the one thing that all these have in common? X, good, perfect. All right, so x times, so we're going to divide, what that means, we're going to divide x out of all of these things, every single one. We're going to put it out here, and then what's left after we take out x?
Just the
Square.
cube.
Good. X
Oh,
squared.
the undistributed property.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what I have nicknamed this, the undistributed.
I love
So it's just like you're taking it's like x to the first power and you're just
Taking it out, yeah.
So 4x.
Yeah, minus 4x,
Goodness.
and then minus 5. And you can check real quick to see if you did it correctly, like if I multiplied this times this, would I get that? I multiplied this times this.
Okay,
would I
And
get
then you
that?
gotta go to that again. Wonderful.
Oh, that's lovely.
So now we've done this step, and now this right here is just a quadratic, right? And we know how to factor those. So we're going to leave this x, just keep this little x right here on the outside, and we want to factor this into two binomials.
Oh, because there's two x's.
And there's no number in front here, so this makes this easy. We can just split this up into x and x.
Would it still be x plus and x minus?
Yeah, because the 5 is negative. So we go, what multiplies to give me negative 5, but adds to give me negative 4? What are factors of 5? Negative 5.
It's 1 and 5. It's
Yeah.
And
So
that's all you got.
5 and negative 1.
So if we do 5 and negative 1, we get,
Oh,
we get positive 4.
Oh, so do the
So
flip
negative-
it negative 5.
Let's do negative 5 and positive 1. That'll give us negative 4.
Yeah.
So that's the
I'm getting
correct
it.
combo. So x minus 5, x plus 1. And it doesn't matter if you put the plus 1 or the minus 5 here, that's okay.
So now we make those both equal to 0?
Actually, there's no
This is
equal
it,
sign,
right?
so we're just factoring. But yes, if you were solving the equation, if it was an equation, then yes, you would. So this we would say, this is now factored completely. You'll see that term a lot in this. This you started factoring. This is factored completely.
So then you would equal it to 0
If it was an
with
equation.
the equation.
Yeah. What I see so many times is I have instructions in a section of a quiz or test for people to, it just says factor, and it just has this, and they go on to try to solve and make it equal to 0.
no.
You can't do that. This isn't any, there's nothing to solve. There's no equals.
Brown, what's the point of this though?
Factoring?
Yeah, like, what? It just blows my mind why we have to completely change it and make it more difficult.
Or
Because
not.
at some
Or
point
how
we'll
are
be
we making it more difficult? We're solving for x.
at
then
some
you
point
have
we'll
to
be plugging
multiply.
something in for x, and this will actually matter. Yes.
An x. Once we get to equations, like eventually we'll have equations that look like this or equals something, and then we have to.
And then
solve
your
for
end
x.
goal is gonna
Right
be.
now we're just practicing the factoring.
Then your end goal would be you end up plugging in for x, and you figure out what. Or you end up figuring out what x is at that
But
point.
yeah, so in this case, if this was equal to 0, x would equal 0, 5, and negative 1, and those are also all the x-intercepts. Okay,
That's
Not cool, man.
painful.
let's try
I
another one.
don't wanna go home.
Oh, I think your camera just shut one of its eyes.
It's probably falling asleep like I am.
Okay, this one.
4:30, 5:30. It's normal practice.
No.
I'm gonna be at the meeting.
I'm
God-
coughing
God
this way.
forbid we
I'm
miss
not
a single
coughing on you.
practice.
I'm also not contagious. I went
Don't
down
yell
there.
at her.
Bellamy, stop.
Will, I'll do it.
Remember? This is so boring. You put my camera to sleep.
Good.
Good. What?
What good?
Maybe you'll actually like engage instead
Oh.
of relying on
Okay.
your
Good
camera.
night.
Wow.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Alright. First check, always check this first. Check first for common monomial. Makes it easier. And you could even like, if you like use the term GCF, in a sense it's greatest common factor or common monomial factor. What could we divide both of these by?
3.
3, yes?
Oh, yeah.
There's more than that though.
Why?
Is there? Oh, y. I didn't even see the y.
Y, wait, 3y is.
3y.
No,
3y cubed.
3y cubed, yeah.
Yeah, good job. So the highest power of y that you can take out of both of these would be y to the third, because you can take y to the third out of this and this. So 3y to the third. And remember, when you're dividing by dividing variables, you subtract the exponents, so we're left with y to the second, right? And then 48 divided by 3 is 16.
Yeah.
And the y to the third cancels out.
Smell it.
Alright, makes it easy.
And now we have to do the wonderful undistributed property on this one.
Me neither. So.
Alright, we can factor this. As long as this is a minus sign, when we have two terms like this, we can factor this. And it's this special pattern. It's the difference of two squares, so we split it up into, yes!
Oh, 4.
So you take the square root of this one and the square root of this one, right? And you've got a minus and a plus, or a plus and a minus, whichever way.
Me too, buddy, me too.
And then check, is there anything else I can factor? Because sometimes if this was still a squared or something, you can keep going. When we're done, we would say this one is factored completely, so we're done.
It seems simple.
Wait, is that how you spell completely?
I don't know.
Completely.
Yeah, it is. That's
Completely.
When I write it wrong.
that's how you
Yes,
spell it, I
that's
think.
right, yeah. Factored
Can you do one? Can we do by
This
our
class
own?
makes ROTC look
Huh?
fun.
Can you do one? Can you do it by yourself?
Yes.
Man.
Let's try.
Does anyone know what they're putting up out?
Factored completely.
What the heck?
Just throw something at me?
Me?
Well, someone, I don't know.
This Jack.
Dang
Jack?
it, Jake.
You're-
I was actually.
you're-
Oh, it
I was
actually
not
was?
throwing
You're
at
feeling
you.
great.
I wasn't throwing it at you.
Oh,
I think he was throwing it at Bellamy and he missed.
Jack, well, I
How do
didn't
you
realize
miss?
Can I erase?
was just throwing names out.
I mean,
there,
she is kind of
honestly.
short, but
Sorry, yeah.
I'm.
Y'all are literally the same height.
Oh, dang.
You said the same thing to her.
Okay.
Alright,
It was.
You're
It was
gonna-
not meant to
you're
be.
gonna practice, okay? I'm
Am
gonna
I?
give you
Plus,
Say
it's
less.
relationship,
Solo
it's supposed to
practicing.
be kind of funny. I don't care that I'm short. I know
Well,
I'm
it
short.
Wasn't funny, but maybe next time.
I'm gonna quit.
We're all short.
Okay, well, I mean,
Just-
the last entirety of this class been yelling at me to stop being mean to Kinley. I'm not having any interactions with her.
Jake, don't stir the pot.
Don't stir the pot.
Sometimes it makes it more interesting.
Interesting in my life.
Brown, I'm doing this on the back of my homework because
Okay.
I'm not getting on another piece of paper for this.
Okay.
There's only.
I'm using a
You can use
whiteboard.
boards, you can use whiteboards, you can use your paper, whatever.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
These, now, guys, like I do, I did 2 examples.
No way.
Exactly
Whoa.
same style.
Whoa. No way.
You're awesome, Mr. Brown.
Wait, really?
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
So example A should kind of be similar to this one. Example B should be kind of similar to this one.
No way,
Brown's a
bro.
math wizard.
She would be a witch. She's not a male.
Oh.
Is it this, Mr. Brown?
But the
I don't even.
well,
I
witches
just
and Harry
know.
Potter were still sometimes called wizards.
I just know. No. I don't think so.
Don't think so.
What's a common binomial?
I mean, witches and wizards.
Oh, close. To get a positive 10.
I don't know. Whatever.
Really? Is that?
I knew it. Wait. But I thought we were trying to find this one. But it didn't have
How did you know?
Well, still, negative 5 plus 2 would be negative 3. But negative 5 and negative 2 would be negative 7.
Oh, factor
Hold up.
completely,
I give up, bro.
right?
Right?
Factor completely. Did you just write factor completely?
And yeah, you don't have to write that. I'm just writing that.
Wait.
When you see that term, make sure you factor completely.
I'm confused. Where's my calculator?
Bro, Subway's busted. Not gonna lie.
So we get to here, right? We get to here.
And then do
Then
the
you-
old factor. Here,
I would make it x and x. Undistributed.
Yes, don't forget to leave that other little x
Divided by
by.
5.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, it's easy.
Wait, J. Brown. So,
Subway isn't easy though. You literally have it all like laid out in front of you, and they tell you exactly what they want, one by one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay,
one at
now that
Walmart
makes
is different.
The one by Carrie's Cuts and all, that one's actually pretty busy.
Wait, like this? Hold on. We get-
no, that's not it.
That's not it.
Gotta do
Yeah.
what?
No. The white Greenville's a lot busier.
The what?
Times two.
Yeah.
What times
It's
what?
a big ice cube.
Hold up.
But no, the other Subway, yeah, it's pretty busy. But then again, you make quite a bit of tips because they do the electronic tips or whatever, and most people the lowest option is 15%.
I got that, Mr. Brown.
So you get like $4 per customer.
I'll write that down then.
No?
Some don't. He waits for the video.
I wrote down
I
the
did not
notes.
wait.
I don't
Actually, I
know what
don't
I'm
even watch the
doing.
videos.
So
Jack-o, how dare you?
Oh yeah.
multiples of 10
This
that
is
would
why you fail.
multiply to get
Okay, there
10,
you
but add to get negative 7.
Oh, that's what.
Negative 5,
Wow.
2.
So they both have to be negative, right? Negative 2 and negative 5.
X minus 5, X minus 2, 3 minus 5, N minus 5.
Miss Brown, is this right?
I'll put the answer for the C.
Okay, you gotta add it up.
I
You got
just,
this?
Square.
my brain is not
It's
on
nothing
today.
for me.
Yeah.
Sweet, okay, I did that. Okay, I got that
Wait,
one.
Miss Brown.
Yeah.
Oh no. So,
Just a bucket full of.
You know what?
Good thing David's not.
I get different He gets used to it.
Between 3 and 5, between 5 divided by 3. Actually, know this.
This part
25.
should be squared.
25, yeah, I did that. It took me a solid minute to do 75 divided by 3, so.
But then you have the next step. Does anybody want to come up and do this one?
No.
Melanie, want to come up?
Jason, do you have the link to the The YouTube channel.
I can't figure it out.
You should get that because my brain shuts off in the day and then turns on at night, and that's when I go back and watch the videos and everything just makes sense. Oh. That makes sense.
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
I thought it just turns off at
Nice.
That's like
Okay.
that's like
Look here, if you didn't get this one, we had to divide by 3 and n to the 5th is the biggest one we could take out. So we got rid of all that. So all we're left with here is n squared minus 25. This is this pattern. So we split up the n and the square root of this, which is 5, right? 1 minus and 1 plus.
Jake's defense system.
Here you go.
Good?
Bueno.
Oh, no es bueno. Es malo, no es bueno.
I'm just kidding, chill.
Thanks for that support. Really great.
Threw that at me,
Can I
and I
erase?
was not ready for
We're
it.
gonna be insane.
I was looking at the window and I just see.
You did look today, bro.
We're taking it slow.
Yeah, lucky you.
so
You
let it-
missed foot.
Those the easy ones.
Honestly, yeah, they were. You know how I know? Because my dad's gonna be the coach, and he was. We actually tried to recruit. I think it was Gilly. What's her name? Jenna Gilly or something like that.
I don't know what her name is, but yeah, it's really
No, I don't know.
No, we tried to recruit her, but then Basie said no because I was gonna pitch her
She's very about
For
the
what?
rules.
for baseball. We actually, the only year we had baseball, we played against a team that had 2 girls.
I wish I could do it.
They were.
Thought that was art.
Wait, what was the
And
other
yearbook.
problem?
Oh my gosh.
come here and be like, posture. I'll support you.
The only.
Alright. Some of these patterns you just have to memorize. Like this pattern,
No.
or you just have to, if you're allowed a note card, you have it on a note card. There's no way for you to figure them out other than like by using, right, these patterns. So, well, I think you can figure that one out, but
Wait, is that gonna be up there the whole time?
What is the trick?
I,
Yeah.
oh,
I just
Okay.
used it.
maybe I'll put these up. Sum of 2 cubes. But this is how I remember it, okay? Let's see if I look at it, if I can. Yeah, okay. So, sum of 2 cubes, so that means a cubed plus b cubed. If you get something like that, and you need to factor that, you can actually break this down one more time, okay? This number cubed plus this number cubed is factored into a plus b
Yeah.
times
A plus.
a squared.
Plus B squared.
There's only one minus sign right here, okay? Minus AB plus B squared.
No.
Hold on.
What?
Okay. So it's like a big formula.
Kate's
Why?
brain is broken.
That is the
Why
same.
couldn't you just do A plus B and then parentheses cubed?
It's not the same thing.
I thought you were
Why?
supposed to do A plus B squared. I thought you were supposed to do
Pretty
A
big
plus
number.
B and cubed.
Yeah.
There
I was like,
is.
yay, but I was like, no.
Yeah, it's
No,
so,
there's 2 A's and 2 B's.
so
Or
if
4
we
A's.
have, let me use
There's
numbers.
3 A's.
There's 4 A's.
Where's the 4 A's?
This
It's
is
squared.
No, I'm just talking about the letter.
Oh, okay.
This
I'm gonna
is
start.
What a lot of levels.
So if I have x cubed plus 8, okay? If this is x cubed, right, what is just a? A is just x. X, right? If this is b cubed, what is b then?
2.
64.
It's 2.
64 times 2. 1.
Oh no, you're going too high.
It's-
This is b cubed.
It's 2.
Oh.
2, it's 2, right? So what number cubed equals this? So this is x cubed plus 2 cubed, right? So now it looks like this. So our a is x, our b is 2.
That's 2, 3 times 8.
So it would be x plus 2.
I can't see
Madison.
Hey, third. Plus B to the
Wait, you
Madison.
didn't have the square.
Madison. 2 cubed
Squared
equals
Wait,
8.
but,
X.
So
I thought you
x
told
plus
us
3
Two
x.
X. 4 times 2 is 8.
Yeah. I don't know how I heard you all the way over there.
And then we've got
But-
x squared
My ears are good when they want to be.
minus 2x plus b cubed, or b squared. B, we said was 2, right? So 2 squared would be 4. And that's as far as you can factor that. That's done.
This is
Wait, I
done.
thought-
It's like if I get that written down.
That's
Why did
actually
you
kind of
put-
nice.
No, that's
You
not
put
nice.
minus 2x.
That's pain. Not
But,
nice. That's
oh,
pain.
Because it's a times b, so 2 times, or x times 2.
2x.
Okay.
Can we just like throw this in a calculator?
Right here in this one, there's only one minus sign. Okay, in this one, and it's right there. In the difference of 2 cubes, it's in a different spot.
Can we just go back to the first semester?
JC's crying.
That means
So
we.
it's JC or K?
That means we stop.
Wait, Miss Brown.
Huh?
That's the big red button on the wall that says stop
I
right
need
there.
Snappy Brown, I'm sorry.
Brown. Can we just go back to first semester?
Bro,
I was actually happy with this class, and then third quarter hit, and you're just like,
Third quarter's always the hardest
This is
quarter.
third quarter.
I know, right?
It's all the
Extra.
same.
Okay,
Oh, we have research
this
papers.
one, the in this one, same thing, there's only one minus sign, but it's in the front. A minus B, and then the rest are all plus, okay? Same thing, A squared plus AB plus B squared.
Yeah.
So this one right here is where the
If it's,
minus sign
if
is
it's the
in this one.
difference
Can't
of 2
wait
cubes,
to
then why are
finish.
most of them addition?
Because this is the difference of this, that's where that starts.
But then everything else is.
So it's like the exact same thing, except here the minus sign is here, everything else is plus. This one, the minus sign is here, everything else is plus.
As long as that's on the wall, I think we're good.
Is there a single practical application of this?
Just
Huh?
leave it up
I
there.
saw this TikTok and it was
There's
like,
probably some, there's,
Programming.
There's
Programming.
There's
Programming.
one job in this world that actually needs this. We're
Programming.
teaching that one job for a month in school.
it's
'cause one-
like another day goes past.
And no, this is never used in programming.
Sine, tangent, and cosine.
I love that.
That was easy.
That was not easy for me. The test I thought was easy.
Trigonometry is actually kind of nice.
alright.
Trigonometry is busting.
Yeah, but I
I love
guarantee you,
trig, that's my
the-
favorite subject.
the
You should
last
teach
time
it.
you're gonna say,
Freak out.
If that was a
Wait,
dual
maybe
credit, I
three?
would take it.
Would it be 3?
Wait,
A is 3.
Huh?
A is 3.
Close, not just 3.
3x.
3x, yeah. So Bellamy was saying this whole thing, right, this whole thing is a cubed. So that means that a has to be 3x. So you can, if you want to write this middle step,
And that's, is that negative 2?
minus 2 cubed. It's still just 2, but it would say, so this is the same as this. Now we can see that our a is 3x and b is 2.
Wait, why'd you put a 2 above?
so,
I wanna die.
okay, so
Oh,
just,
yeah,
I was
sorry,
like,
that should
wait.
be a 3.
I was so
I was
confused.
like,
Sorry, yes,
three
thank you.
times
Always
three
that
is
equals
nine.
9.
Always speak up, yes, thank you. Alright, yeah, so this is a cubed minus
More
b
caffeine.
cubed. Then you just fill it in, so then we just have 3x minus 2 times, I'll do an extra step,
You don't have
Please
one.
no. Please no.
Wait.
What is that?
Why are we bringing brackets
Wait,
into this, bro? Come
Oh,
on.
You don't need that.
As if there wasn't already enough steps.
You could just skip that.
Wow.
I'm gonna write this on, because there's a lot of notes, so a is 3x and b is 2, right?
So 6x.
Plus
Sorry, that was me dying.
2
4.
2 squared, yeah. I'm just writing this so you can see before I simplify it. Because you can do this in your head. So this is 9x squared,
Some of us can do it. So 6?
and then plus 6x, yeah.
Oh, so this is the whole thing squared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not this, but.
No, like yeah, the
whole thing,
3x. Yeah.
yeah. It's very important that you know that. That goes with that too.
No.
Alright.
And that's it.
Try, I'm gonna give you practice.
Why did you
I have
keep
7
the-
minutes, so you do, I'm gonna give you two
Wait,
two
why do you keep
practices.
the
Practice counts
Square.
homework.
Huh?
Why'd you keep a square on 30x?
This?
When it comes to 9, yeah.
The squared isn't with the 9, so this is raised and this.
It's with
It's
the
like I
X,
distributed
yeah.
them.
Bro, I'm turning into a Smurf.
Can I erase this?
Okay, so the second equal sign is factored completely.